All right. Brandon here, and I want to take you inside of the newest and most recent ad campaign that I'm running for a client of ours. And the reason why I'm doing this is to kind of give you that confidence. I want to be able to transfer some of this knowledge into you so that you can take some big steps into the right direction when it comes to paid advertising. When you can go and marry the three big, as I would call, like the major legs to any business, which is SEO, paid advertising, and social media. Meaning that you got to have things on social media so people can get to know, like, and trust you. You got to have SEO so that you can have, your site optimized and you can have organic search traffic. And then you got to have paid advertising. So a quick kind of, before we dive into the actual copy here and what we're doing, think about the organic search versus the paid advertising. If you go to YouTube, you're going to type in, the type of video that you want to learn about. If you go to Google, you want to ask a question, you want to find a specific type of product or service, you're going and searching for that. Paid advertising basically puts your message right in front of those people who are not searching but still want your stuff based off of the behaviors that they've shown or the pages that they've liked or the movies or the businesses that they're in. Whatever kind of research you can get about your target market is going to allow you to put your perfect offer in front of that target market. So having all three of those is very big. So let's go into paid advertising right now. We're talking about Facebook. We're talking about how to be able to create the most compelling ad, how to create a profitable campaign, right? So the first thing that we got to do, of course, is you got to have an offer. You got to know exactly what you're selling. Now, for this, I want to be able to take you behind this gentleman that we're working with is in the affiliate marketing, network marketing kind of direct sales kind of niche, right? And what we wanted to do was do something a little bit different. We took an approach that is a little bit more honest, a little bit less salesy, and it really feels good to see the results that we're getting out of this. So if you take a look at your screen right now, you're gonna see that the first question out the gate is like a statement mixed with a question. So it says, you don't know me, but wouldn't it be cool not to ever worry about closing the deal with the prospect? So what did we do right here? Well, the first thing, if you're taking notes, is to make sure that you start your ads out, a majority of your ads out, with a question. But make sure it's a yes question. You want to get your audience to start to lean in, start to nod with you, and start to agree with you. The more yeses that you can get your audience and your target market to say inside their head, the easier it's going to be for them to say yes when you come to the offer page. So make sure that you're not asking a question that gets them to say no, because you're training them to say no versus yes. So if you look at that question, you don't know me, which is a statement, but then I don't end it there. So you don't know me, but wouldn't it be cool not to ever worry about closing a deal with a prospect? So imagine having some ad come up in front of you. You've never met this person. You've never seen this person. This is directly to cold traffic. These people who are seeing this ad have no idea who this gentleman is. So what happens is we want to be able to address that fact. We want to let them know, hey, look, we know we're not going to pretend to be your friend. We're not going to sit there and go, oh, because you're in business for yourself or because, you have a specific type of like that, hey, we're buddies. We got a common factor. We're buddies now. No, we want to be able to do this. Now, this is a tactic that I want you to implement. I want you to let it be known to people that when you're running ads, hey, look, you know what? You probably don't know me, but let me show you what I got. Let me show you what this can do for you. Let me show you what I want you to do next. And that will break the ice. You'll start to get people to really like it, and it'll just make your conversions go through the roof. So the three parts, okay, and then we'll go into each part. The three parts of your ad, you've got to have the question up front, okay? So you want to start out with the question. So the question, and then you have a command, which is how to close like a champ, right? Here's the command. And then the benefit is inside the description, okay? So the benefit, the command, and then the question. Okay, so if we break through one at a time, the question is going to be able to, like I just mentioned, get them to say yes, lean in, get them to agree with you. Then you want to go into more of the three part of the ad copy. So you have three parts to the actual ad, and you have three parts to the ad copy. The ad copy is, here's what I got, here's what it'll do for you, and here's what I want you to do next. Now, this right here is kind of it's an approach that we can address the skepticism. So that's our main point here, is we want to address all the thoughts that are going inside of the affiliate marketers, network marketers, and direct sales. All of their minds, they have unspoken thoughts. We want to address those, and we want to overcome them without them ever having to ask. This is gonna be great. Watch. So really what we've done is we've said, okay, most people don't understand that if you just double your conversions, you can double your income. It's just the way it is. What we do is we make them aware of their problem. We make them aware of their problem. A lot of people don't realize that, oh, hold on, I don't have to drive twice as much traffic. I don't have to spend twice as much on this. I don't have to spend twice as much on this all I have to do is really double my conversions on the back end. If you have 100 people come into your site and you have, say, 1% purchasing, right? And you double those conversions, right? You've doubled your income. So what we want to do is basically let them know that there's some things that they're not doing right now that can actually double their income. And we don't say that we're going to double your income. We ask the question that will make them aware that it's a process to do that. And all you have to do is focus on this one main part. Then we go, well, the question becomes, how do you double your conversions? So now what's cool about asking questions, our brains are wired in a way that if you get asked a question, you have to answer it. It's just the way it is. If you're looking and you're paying attention, you're reading this, and you get asked a question, your brain's going to come up with an answer. So the question becomes, how do you double your conversions? Now they're asking themselves, well, how do I double my conversions? You see, we've gotten them synced in. They're going to read through this because they want to know, are we going to give them the goods right here? What do they have to do next? They want instructions now. So then we let them know in approximately 90 minutes, which is what we're giving away. So the giveaway that we're promoting is basically like a little under a 2-hour training. So it's a very value-based training. This is not a video that's going to be taken to a sales video. This is not a PDF that's 3 pages long. This is a little over an hour and a half of straight value being delivered with a very, very, very small pitch at the very back end. Okay, so with what we see here is, and then so 90 minutes of breakdown, and then we let them know this is where we address the skepticism. You've probably attended a few webinars or even purchased some courses that you found were pretty useless. We're addressing that. People are going to think in their head, yeah, right, man, double your conversions? Pfft, I've heard that before. I've seen that all over the internet. That's just a bunch of fluff that people are, using for clickbait, for sales tactics. It doesn't really work. So we address that and we say, hey, look, you know what? You've probably done that before. You've probably been to a couple webinars. You probably, purchased a few courses and found they weren't pretty useless. Right? Or they were pretty useless. And then I agree with them. We relate. Okay, so now we're relating to them. Because I'll be honest, our client has purchased. I'm sure everybody has. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you've purchased some things that have proven to be useless for you because of the way that it was designed, the way that it was packaged, and then the lack of follow-up with people who are selling products these days or selling opportunities or whatever it is that you're into. The people who do that, once you purchase from them, typically they're like, okay, you're a buyer. Don't need to worry about you. On to the next buyer. What we're saying is that we're going to do this different. Okay, we're going to do this different. Okay, so you let them know I have as well, and that's why all my trainings are more like maps that show you the way, and then stories of myself and very little strategy. So inside of his market, inside of his niche, you have a lot of people who are holding webinars, doing trainings where they spend the first 20, 30 minutes talking about themselves, and then they get into some form of 5-minute strategy that you could have found out online yourself or that you're probably already doing, and then they go into like another 20 or 30 minute pitch. That we want to address that. We want to let them know, hey, look, you know what? We understand that stuff's out there, and that's not who we are. So as you can see, we've created and crafted this copy based off of the training that they're going to get on the very next page, the thing that they're opting in for, the giveaway, right? So we're marketing that training. That training leads them to a place where they can actually purchase his product and become a part of his team, and that all takes place after they opt in, and it happens on automation. All we have to do is run traffic to these people or run traffic to this giveaway, and we are solid. Everything else takes care of itself. So then we go into even further and we say, you can get a little more info by clicking below. And yes, I ask you for your email, but you'll see why when you get to the next page. So we're letting them know this is not going to be something where you can just click, the link and then you're going to get to a training. You have got to give me your email. And the reason why is, well, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you on the next page. So no matter what, they're going to be clicking through, and then we want the lead magnet and the hook to be able to do a little bit of the selling for us as well. So as you can see, we go into the very final part, which is here's what I want you to do next, right? So here's what I want you to do next is all right there. Then you'll have access to your free 108-minute long exclusive training that has never been given away for free ever. So we let them know that there's a little bit of a excitement about this. Because the fact that this has never been given away for free, you're going to be one of those early adopters. You're going to be one of the first people to see this for free. And that's true. Typically what it costs, I imagine $500 or $1,000 to join in with this gentleman on his team. And then he gives that as a bonus. He gives this as a bonus, but you have to purchase from him before you can get it. So this will be the first time he's literally giving it away for free. So we don't want to lie in our ad copy. We do not want to lie. We don't want to do anything like that. We want to be truthful, but we want to have a creative approach to pulling people in to click that link. Now, what we've done is we have our call to action, get it here. So if you're going through your ad copy, we've just broken down everything that you need to do. Start with a question, go into the benefits, and follow the here's what I got, here's what it'll do for you, and here's what I want you to do next method. And you will be able to fill out your ad copy amazingly well. You also want to know who you're talking to. So use words that your market understands. If you're talking to people who are brand new to business, don't use words that are like, the jargon that the experienced business owners or business people would be using. You want to use things that would be understandable by them. So make sure that you're in tune with your target market. Then look at the image. The image brand is branding him. Okay, the image is branding him, and it allows for people to, because like I said, no one's ever seen this guy. People who are seeing this ad, never seen this guy before. And look what we've been able to do. Do you want to have a picture of you? You want to have a picture of something that can help brand you, whether it's your colors, your website logo, your something that can let people know that this is who you are, because you want it to be congruent when you get to the next page. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in just 1 second. We have, after that, the next element is going to be the headline, okay? Now, before we get to the headline, I just want to let you know that make sure you take time on that image. Image is going to be about 80% of the reason why people click through on your ad, so make sure you take a little bit of time on that. The headline, how to close like a champ. Tell me that, this is one of my favorite ads that we've ran because of how the flow is, and just it was a really cool ad to be able to see come to life. So what we did is we said how to close like a champ. You'll see why I chose that when we click through, but that matches, it's congruent with what we're teaching them on the next page. So the benefit now says, I'll show you how to overcome objections, plus how to find a systematic approach to automating the entire sales process. That's the benefit. There's nothing but a benefit there. Okay? So we have the question, right? We have the headline, and then we have the benefit. Now here's something cool. When you get inside your Facebook Ads Manager and your Power Editor and you go to create your ad, when you get to the point where you're going through the link and you're putting the link into whatever website, you're putting the URL to whatever website that you're promoting, they give you something that's an option of the display URL, meaning that you have a URL, this right here where it says register for the web class by Darren Little, okay? The register for the web class is going to be your display URL. So you can actually turn your display URL into another call to action. So as you can see, I got to get it here, right? Oh, I have a get it here. I have it here, and then we have a learn more. So imagine I have 3, and if they click the image, it's going to take them to the site as well. So we have 3 calls to actions that are visible by the audience. 3 calls to actions within 1 square inch or 2 square inches of computer space. So what we want to do is make sure that you utilize every piece of real estate that Facebook gives you. Now, if you're not sure about where the display URL is, you'll see it as soon as you get into your Ads Manager, as soon as you get into your Power Editor, you're going to be able to see that when you get to your ad where you put in your link, it's going to say display URL, make it a call to action. We even added a little bit of an arrow over there so that they could see where they need to go, okay? Now what happens is we have our button, which is learn more. They have a couple of them. You could have learn more, sign up, I think register, download, things like that. Learn more though, from a lot of my testing and a lot of the testing from my mentors, pretty much it's conclusive that learn more typically always gets you a higher click-through rate than anything else. So now I think that we've gone through all of that. Let's go through the actual targeting and interest. So I'll show you real quick that we're getting $2.31 per conversion. Okay, like I said, this is a little early on in the campaign, but think about this. We've had just over $45 ran to this campaign, and we're averaging $2.31 per conversion. Now imagine selling something that is on your, imagine selling something for $1,000 on the back end, and you're converting at, what do we convert? I think we're converting our lead page at like 30 or 40%. So let me show you that. Now that's what I was going to show you before I went to the Power Editor and showed you the other thing. So here we have the lead page. Like I said, you want to be able to make sure that, we want to make sure this is designed for mobile. So let me make it a little bit, there we go. Let me make it a little bit better. There we go. So this is what it would look like on mobile, okay? And let me bring it over here. Okay, so how to close prospects and earn high ticket commissions on automation. So we're reaching the headline. How to learn how to close like a champ. So this matches the headline, so it's congruent. It has an image of him in the background that's blurred out, right? So this right here lets them see that it's the same person doing the training. And then we ask for their email because we already let them know that, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get to the next page and it's going to do that. So something as basic as this is converting at a little over 30% or between 30 and 40% right now. Okay, so between 30 and 40% conversion rates to cold traffic, and we're getting about $2. A little over $2 per lead. Okay, this is amazing stuff right here. Sometimes people will end up paying close to $5 to $10 per lead. It really depends on your back end purchase. Meaning, what are you selling on the back end? If you have a higher ticket, you could pay a little bit more per lead. If you're selling a low ticket, you want to keep your lead cost as low as possible. But for something that he's selling right now, the upsells and the back end sequences, I know exactly what our cost per lead is, and if it ever goes above that $3 mark, right? I think we could actually even stretch to $4. But if it ever goes above that $3 mark, that's when we know something's wrong. Okay, so if you're wondering when do you tweak these things, you want to watch that price every day. You want to make sure that it's not going above your cost per lead. You could change the image, you could change the headline, you could edit the copy, you could edit the call to action, and you want to tweak these things to make sure that you're staying in the range that you can afford to always run a profitable campaign. This is how people predict their incomes. This is how people can tell you, hey, look, I can always guarantee you a profitable return, because what we want to do is test the things, keep them optimized at the fullest to where they are always underneath your cost per lead budget. And then if that's the case, you will always have a profitable campaign. How cool is that? So in the Power Editor, I'll show you where the display campaign, where the display URL is. These 3 blocks over here, you just go to Ads, and then you choose the one that you want to edit, and then you can come right down here and you're going to see display URL. Okay, so that's right there. You have your website URL, and then you have your display URL, and then you're good to go. You have all your copy here, you have your headline, your newsfeed description, which is your benefit. You could change your images, you can change your button. It's pretty awesome when you get in here and you get comfortable with Facebook. So don't be afraid of Facebook. And the thing that I really wanted to drive home was that there's no reason for you to do it on your own. If you're thinking right now, well, Brandon, what do I do next? Well, what I want you to do is to find the button below this video or the link around this video, and then click to schedule your 75-minute consultation with me personally. I will literally walk you through how to do this. If you already have an ad campaign, I'll walk you through it on how to maybe optimize it, make some things better, take some things away. If you don't have an ad campaign running yet, then let's get one going for you in that 75 minutes. If you don't have a product or a company, then you know what? This probably isn't for you. But if you do have a company that you're looking to run traffic to, you have a product that you're looking to sell, or if you already have ad campaigns that are just not doing as well as you'd like, schedule your session with me today. We'll get together in the next, whenever it is that's best for you. You're going to be taken to a virtual calendar the moment that you fill out the qualifying form on the next page. So the qualifying form is just basically a few questions so that I can get to know a little bit more about your business for when we hop on. I'll know how to serve you best. After you submit that qualifying form, you'll be taken to a virtual calendar where you can actually schedule the best time for you for us to meet. So there's really no reason why you can't hop on today, schedule your session, and get us going in the direction that you see your business going. I'd love to be able to take time out and help you in any way that I can. So I appreciate you for watching this video. Make sure to come back, open your emails up tomorrow, check me out, see if we can connect somehow, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.